Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So for today's video, we will be doing the no mistakes build challenge. So as the word implies, it's no mistakes at all. So the second you put something where it wasn't supposed to go, it's staying there. It doesn't really matter if you put a toilet in the kitchen, for example. Thankfully, that did not happen to me, but I feel like I should try this challenge again with a time limit as well. I found that I was taking way too long in just deciding where to place things, mainly because I didn't want to have that mistake, right? So since I was thinking about it so much, I did make a couple mistakes, but I didn't make anything that was going to be detrimental to the house itself. So for an extra challenge, I might try it once again another day with a time limit, maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes to try to build something, I guess. It's already stressful enough having a time challenge, but with the no mistakes, it's like you can't even try to go back and fix it. So it might be a good idea to try it that way, who knows. But in this one, you can see that I'm actually working on the outside before I even start working on the inside. And yes, I do put stuff while still holding it. I don't actually let go of the mouse, so I can still move it around a bit. But for example, with the bathroom, you'll see later here specifically where I put the door and where I put the window are on opposite sides. Therefore, I don't have a single wall that has completely nothing obstructing it, so it ended up making the bathroom layout all the harder. And here, where I was putting the flooring, I was kind of worried that I was going to put wood in the whole space. And I decided I don't actually want wood in the kitchen right at the last minute, which I still could have added it, but decided not to right then and there. A lot of it was I'm so scared to place stuff, so all the walls are going to be white, for example. So it is a very white color scheme, but I do end up adding some color here and there. Now, I wanted the extra challenge while I was first doing it of having a starter home as well, but I quickly found out that that was not going to work if I wanted to actually make the house look good as a no mistakes challenge. So instead, I did the no mistakes challenge along with no move objects. So with no move objects, you'll see that there's a cheat that you can put in Sims that's bb.moveobjects. So with that cheat, you can basically place stuff where it's not supposed to go. So you could place a toilet through a door, for example, which I didn't want to have it at first just because I thought that might be one of the big mistakes that I was going to end up making. But having bb.moveobjects off meant that I also couldn't put plants where I wanted to put them, for example. You'll see, especially when I get to the master bedroom, that it's quite a challenge to actually try to decorate without having bb.moveobjects on. And that table, let me tell you, I don't know why it exists. No chairs match it. So that was the one that I was able to match the best. So here, you'll actually start seeing I tried to put a shoe rack there, but I wasn't able to, mainly because bb.moveobjects is what would allow that, but it wasn't on, so the good side of that, though, is that the house is going to be completely usable. It does not need to be play tested, as no cheats were used while building the house. Anyone can use the house without having to have the cheat on while they put the house in their lots. So there, you probably saw that I actually checked how much money had been spent by this point, and I was already over budget for a starter home. So I thought it's just not happening. I wanted to put a shower tub combo here, but it was going to be either blocking the window or it was going to be taking up too much space, and I wasn't too sure if without move objects I was going to be able to fit a toilet and a sink in there, so I just decided not to do that. And the rug in the bathroom, for example, was one that I wanted to move forward a bit, and I completely forgot to, and it was placed, so it needed to stay there. Here I would have liked to play a bit more with colors, especially since I couldn't find a table that would match either the headboard on the bed or the shiplap on the wall. So we ended up with just more white. It's a very white house at the end of the day. I'm really not going to deny that. And here you're seeing again that I'm really struggling trying to put just some plants around the place. I really wanted to try to liven it up, but it just was not going to work. So with that, it was, again, quite a challenge. those presents were the only thing that wasn't base game as well. So if you only have base game, you're also able to just download this house as is. There's no additional packs. And I was really trying to find something that would work properly here to try to put more interest behind the bed. And I really regretted putting that little lamp in the side table, mainly because you can't put anything else along with it. I thought I could have at least put some books there, but it wasn't letting me. So I just ended up putting a painting on the wall instead of trying to put more lights in there. With the second bedroom, I wanted to make it originally like a toddler's bedroom, but I didn't have a tub, so it wasn't going to be working out as a toddler's room. So I ended up making it more of a teen's room, I guess you could call it. And again, I had the same issue here where it was none of the night tables match what I wanted to match. And it was also a mistake to have an angled wall here, which I thought would make it at least a bit bigger without, it would give the house a bit more flow basically. But it was a mistake because then it was a struggle trying to fit things in there. Like, that's not the place where I wanted to have the dresser, for example, but it was the only place where it actually fit. Now, here's the part that pissed me off the most while I was actually doing this challenge. This table that I placed indicates that it's a dining table, but you can't snap chairs to it. It's just a decorative table, basically. So obviously I can't move that table anymore, so I ended up deciding to use it as a seating area, I guess you could call it. It was the best option that I thought of at that moment in time, and none of the plants I wanted to put there fit either. So basically the backyard does not look anything like what I wanted it to look like originally. I then had the great idea to put a pool, and I thought to myself, it's just going to be worse if I put a pool. It's going to be more things to worry about. But it thankfully ended up working out okay. I did not mess it up, and I kept trying to count out how many blocks I had left before actually placing stuff. Now, we're reaching the end pretty soon, and I just want to say, I really struggled as well with just landscaping in general without move objects on. To all those who build a lot without move objects on, kudos to you, especially to all the sim gurus out there that actually can't use a lot of cheats when they're building for base game houses or just the default houses that come with the packs. Typically, as far as I understand, they can't use cheats mainly because they can't know if the person that is going to be playing Sims at that moment in time is also going to have it. So the houses are going to glitch basically. But landscaping without move objects on, I do know that there's also debug that they might be using, but it's a challenge. It's quite a struggle for sure. And even with that, I also struggled a lot with just terrain paint. I was thinking, do I want to risk this? But I ended up deciding it was going to be worth it in the end, since it was going to make the house look a bit more complete. Anyways, guys, we're about to reach the screenshots now, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below of this challenge and how the house turned out, and let me know what you'd like me to try out next. So with that, I just want to say have a great weekend. I hope to see you in the next video, and remember to like and subscribe to be notified when new videos are coming up. Thanks for watching!